Welcome, my soft-thinking listener. You've found yourself in the company of the sleepy sloth once again. A slow, scientifically minded fellow, who enjoys facts, patents, and things that quietly change the way we fiddle with everyday objects. I must tell you something before we begin. Today, I consider myself a scientist in the world of humble patents. A scientist who is almost always correct, except for those few times when I am not. But even then, I prefer to drift gently onward, rather than fuss over it. Because what truly matters is the information itself. Before I start, please, let me know. What is the most boring thing you would secretly love hearing about? Let me know gently, in the comments. Now, let us begin today's episode of quietly revolutionary patents that no one asked for, but quietly changed our daily lives. Let us float gently onward to the year 1449, where one of the earliest known patents was granted in England for the horse stirrup. This simple yet profoundly useful device helped riders keep their balance upon a moving horse by providing a secure foothold. The stirrup's design seems straightforward, a small loop or frame attached to a saddle, yet it quietly revolutionized riding stability, enabling centuries of equestrian advancement. No one asked for this. And yet, here we are, acknowledging that this humble loop helped shape warfare, transportation, and farming in ways still rippling today. The patent itself was a delicate piece of parchment, likely sealed with wax and nestled among many royal decrees. Imagine the slow scratching of quills as the scribe carefully penned the details. This fact is not exciting. Not even a little bit. And that is just perfect. Beyond the patent itself, the stirrup's introduction shifted the very nature of mounted combat and travel, allowing knights to wield weapons more effectively and peasants to carry goods with steadier footing. The slow adoption across regions took centuries, each culture gradually embracing the gentle stability the stirrup offered, much like a comforting hand to steady a weary walker. A soft step into history's quiet march. But first, a slow little detour. For this extra interesting fact, patents as legal protections were only just emerging in the 15th century, a time when ideas were often shared freely or fiercely guarded by guilds and craftsmen. The stirrup patent represents one of the first attempts to legally own an idea, to claim credit for a practical design. A quiet birth of intellectual property, as it were. This early patent system was fragile and uneven, often depending on the whims of monarchs and the patience of scribes, who meticulously recorded these inventions in archives that sometimes survived the passage of centuries by mere chance. The notion of ownership of ideas was a slow, unfolding concept, much like the gradual unfurling of a delicate fern in the forest's shadow. Let us drift, ever so slowly, to the year 1791, when Eli Whitney patented the cotton gin, a machine designed to separate cotton fibers from seeds with much less manual effort. This invention was a slow mechanical dance of teeth and brushes, gently pulling and cleaning the cotton, making a laborious task more manageable. Though it seems mundane today, the cotton gin quietly spun economic threads that touched entire continents. No one asked for this. And yet, Here it is, a turning wheel of change, patent protected and humming softly through history. The cotton gin's wooden frame and rotating drum carried a rhythmic, almost hypnotic motion, each turn releasing fluffy fibers from their stubborn seeds. While it simplified cotton processing, the machine's impact also rippled through social fabrics, accelerating demand for cotton and influencing the slow, complex tides of labor and economy. A whispering echo of cotton fields stretching softly beneath a pale sky. Let us float further still, to 1809, where the rotating wheel patent quietly laid the groundwork for countless industrial mechanisms. A simple wheel, designed to turn on an axle, is something we might glance over without thought. Yet this humble circle in motion was patented as a key building block of machinery, a foundation stone in the slow march of the Industrial Revolution. Imagine the wheel turning, slowly, rhythmically, gears meshing with gentle precision. This fact is not exciting. Not even a little bit. And that is just perfect. The design's subtle perfection allowed weight and force to be managed with delicate efficiency, enabling mills, carriages, and later complex machines to operate in a quietly reliable fashion. The wheel's smooth rotation, much like the slow turning of seasons, brought stability to industry's rhythm. In the quietly industrious year of 1825, the spinning jenny was patented, a multi-spindle spinning frame that gently transformed the slow art of textile production into a more rhythmic, mechanical process. Before this invention, spinning thread was a patient, solitary task, where one spindle carried one thread at a time, turning hands and wrists into slow dancers of fiber and yarn. The spinning jenny changed this by enabling a single worker to spin multiple threads simultaneously, using a frame with several spindles turned by a hand crank, orchestrating a quiet symphony of threads twisting and winding in harmonious motion. The patent details the arrangement and spacing of spindles, the gearing system translating the crank's gentle rotation into synchronized spins, and the careful balancing act needed to prevent tangling. Imagine the soft whirl of fibers catching and twisting as if caught in a slow, invisible breeze, threads emerging steadily, ready to be woven into cloth. This invention was not merely a tool but a gentle usher into the slow dawn of the Industrial Revolution, quietly increasing productivity and weaving new patterns of labor and economy. No one asked for this. And yet, here it hums softly, turning the slow fibers of thread into the fabric of change. The year 1836 brought forth a quiet guardian of vertical motion, the safety elevator, patented to prevent the dangerous falls that plagued early lifting devices. Invented by Elisha Otis, this safety mechanism introduced a device that could arrest the elevator's descent in case of cable failure, employing a system of catches or brakes triggered by sudden drops or slack in the lifting rope. The patent carefully describes spring-loaded pawls or ratchets that engage with guide rails, halting the elevator car with a steady, reassuring grip rather than a sudden crash. Imagine the slow, steady rise of an elevator cage within a shaft, a mechanical heartbeat measured in gentle lifts and pauses, protected by an unseen hand that waits silently for any hint of danger. This invention offered a profound sense of trust in vertical travel, transforming elevators from risky curiosities into dependable conveyances of human ascent and descent. No one asked for this. And yet, here it stands, a quiet sentinel, softly catching those who rise and fall within the urban forests of steel and stone. Next, 1841, when Walter Hunt patented the safety pin, a device that elegantly combines a coil spring with a clasping pin, allowing fabric to be held together securely yet released without harm. This tiny invention is an exercise in mechanical subtlety, a soft twist of metal forming a spring, a clasp, and a point all in one. The safety pin quietly guards our clothes and fabrics every day, a secret sentinel of fastening. No one asked for this. And yet, here it lies, patiently waiting in drawers, unassuming but steadfast. Hunt's creation was born of necessity and careful tinkering, the coiled wire compressing softly to allow safe closure. This small spiral of metal hums a quiet lullaby of utility, fastening bandages, garments, and even holding torn fabrics together in gentle embrace. A minuscule marvel of everyday life, slowly twirling through decades. In 1844, an early medical device was patented that would slowly reshape the delicate art of healing, the hypodermic syringe. This slender instrument, designed to inject fluids beneath the skin with precise control, consists of a hollow needle attached to a tube and a plunger, allowing medications to be delivered gently and directly into tissues or veins. The patent outlines the fine craftsmanship required to create needles sharp enough to pierce skin with minimal discomfort, and a smooth plunger mechanism to regulate flow without sudden jolts. Imagine the slow press of the plunger, a quiet force coaxing medicine into the body's intricate waterways, a moment of trust between human and healer. This device opened new avenues in medicine, enabling vaccines, anesthetics, and treatments to travel efficiently where they were needed most. No one asked for this. And yet, here it rests, a slender conduit of care and quiet hope in the slow progress of healing. The year 1850 marked improvements to the sewing machine, a device already known but now refined through patent innovations to become more efficient and reliable in stitching fabric. These patents detailed enhancements such as the lock-stitch mechanism, improved needle designs, and better feeding systems to move cloth smoothly through the machine's gentle, rhythmic motions. The sewing machine's needle, thin and sharp, punctures fabric repeatedly, while feed dogs below methodically advance the cloth in slow, steady increments, creating rows of tiny stitches that bind pieces of cloth into garments, quilts, or sails. Imagine the soft clatter of metal parts moving in tandem, the steady tap-tap-tap of stitching threading through layers of fabric, each stitch a tiny act of patience and precision. This invention gently transformed homes and workshops alike, allowing slow, thoughtful creation of clothing and textiles with newfound speed and grace. No one asked for this. And yet, here it hums quietly, weaving together the fabric of daily life. Just a couple of years later, in 1852, a patent was granted for the soda fountain, a carbonation device that introduced gentle effervescence into beverages, transforming plain water into sparkling refreshments. This apparatus carefully mixed pressurized carbon dioxide gas with water, dissolving tiny bubbles that rise slowly in glass vessels like fleeting whispers of fizz. The patent outlines the chambers, valves, and pressure controls designed to maintain consistent carbonation without explosive bursts or flat sips. Imagine the soft hiss as gas escapes gently into water, the slow dance of bubbles ascending in a crystalline stream, a subtle symphony of light and sound in a glass. Soda fountains became gathering spots where the slow fizz of carbonation accompanied quiet conversations and leisure. No one asked for this. And yet, here it bubbles softly, adding sparkle and gentle life to moments otherwise still and simple. And so we drift gently onward to 1858, where Charles S. Merriam patented the flat-bottom paper bag, a design so quietly practical that it slips almost unnoticed through history. This bag's ability to stand on its own, thanks to its folded flat bottom, made it a modest hero of convenience stores and bakeries. The slow folding of paper, the crisp creases, the unhurried creation of a vessel for carrying, each detail crafted with quiet care. This fact is not exciting. Not even a little bit. And that is just perfect. The bag's simplicity belies the careful calculations involved in scoring the paper to allow the folds to sit just so, creating stability without additional support. Imagine the faint rustle of paper as it unfolds gently in your hands, a soft whisper of craftsmanship in a noisy world. This invention, a quiet partner to the commerce of daily life, embraces us softly each time we carry a loaf of bread home. In the year 1860, a thoughtful solution for safety was patented, a portable fire escape ladder designed to offer a slow and steady route from windows or balconies during emergencies. This invention consists of a collapsible or foldable framework made from sturdy materials such as iron or wood, crafted with gentle hinges and locking mechanisms that allow the ladder to be stored compactly when not in use, yet easily deployed when needed. The patent carefully describes the dimensions and spacing of the rungs, engineered to accommodate cautious climbing while maintaining balance and strength under weight. Imagine the slow unfolding of this ladder against brick or stone walls, each rung settling quietly into place as it leans gently outward, a silent lifeline stretching towards safety. This device transforms moments of potential panic into measured steps of escape, offering reassurance amid the smoke and urgency. No one asked for this. And yet, here it rests, a slow scaffold of hope in steady descent in the face of fire's swift threat. 7 years later, in 1867, the treadle sewing machine was patented, embodying a harmonious blend of human effort and mechanical grace through foot power. Unlike earlier hand-cranked versions, this machine harnesses the rhythmic motion of a foot pedal, called a treadle, that moves a large wheel connected to gears and shafts, translating slow, consistent pedal pushes into the repetitive up and down motion of the sewing needle. The patent details the intricate balance required in the flywheel's weight and the linkage system that ensures smooth transmission of power without jarring or sudden shifts. Imagine the gentle thump-thump of the treadle beneath a quiet room, the steady, hypnotic rhythm guiding fabric beneath the needle's point with patient precision. This invention allowed seamstresses and tailors to sew for longer stretches without tiring their hands, transforming the slow craft of stitching into a graceful dance of body and machine. No one asked for this. And yet, here it moves softly, powered by the slow beat of human feet and mechanical heart. A little further into the 1870s, in 1870, the patent for carbon paper emerged, coated sheets designed to create copies of handwritten or typed documents through pressure transfer. This invention consists of a thin paper base coated on one side with a layer of dry ink or pigment mixed with wax, engineered to release pigment gently when pressed against another sheet. The patent describes the chemical composition of the coating and the careful calibration of thickness to ensure clarity of the copied text without smudging or bleeding. Imagine placing a carbon sheet between two pages and pressing down slowly with a pen or typewriter key. The transferred ink tracing mirror images in silent, patient replication. Carbon paper quietly multiplied the reach of correspondence and record-keeping before the digital age, turning each stroke into a slow echo of thought and communication. No one asked for this. And yet, here it lies, a delicate messenger of duplication, quietly expanding the pages of human connection. Moving to 1872, a patent for the tie clip emerged, a simple device designed to hold neckties in place. This tiny bar with a spring or clasp is a humble guardian of neatness, quietly resisting gravity's pull on fabric. The metal itself, often plain or decorated with modest patterns, slips silently through the ages, fastening elegance without fuss or fanfare. No one asked for this. And yet, here it is, a small helper in the art of slow dressing. Its mechanism, a delicate tension, just enough to hold without crushing, echoes the quiet balance we seek in daily attire. The tie clip, in its patient function, is a subtle reminder of order and calm, a whisper of tidiness as fabrics sway gently with every breath and movement. And now, 1874, the toothbrush with bristles attached to a handle, patented to improve oral hygiene. This combination of bristles, originally from boars or other animals, and wooden or bone handles, all meticulously crafted for a gentle, repetitive cleaning motion, is an unassuming ritual of daily life. The soft, rhythmic brushing of teeth, a quiet symphony of personal care, echoing through centuries of human habit. This fact is not exciting. Not even a little bit. And that is just perfect. The evolution of toothbrush design reveals a slow refinement of materials and shapes, each bristle carefully trimmed to a length that cleans effectively without damage. The handle's gentle curve fits comfortably in hand, a tool designed for daily repetition, a mindful moment in the otherwise busy cadence of existence. In the softly humming year of 1876, a device emerged that would gently reshape how voices travel across space, the telephone, patented by Alexander Graham Bell. This invention, at its heart, is a delicate marriage of electrical science and human speech, designed to convert the vibrations of a voice into electrical signals that travel along wires, then transform back into sound at the receiving end. The patent carefully describes the components: a mouthpiece that captures sound waves as subtle fluctuations in air pressure, a diaphragm that vibrates in response, and an electromagnetic transmitter that translates these vibrations into a slow, electrical dance of currents. Imagine the gentle murmurs carried invisibly along copper wires, weaving through poles and cables like whispered secrets floating through mossy forests or drifting on the breeze. The receiver then performs the reverse, coaxing these signals back into audible tones, allowing two distant souls to share quiet conversations as if seated side by side. This invention, though not loud or flashy, was a soft revolution in connection, turning space and silence into gentle conversations. No one asked for this. And yet, here it hums quietly, a slow bridge between voices, a whisper traveling across the fabric of distance. Continuing gently, 1877 brought a patent for an improved toothpick design, a slender tool for the delicate removal of food particles from between teeth. Often made of wood or bone, its pointed tip and slender form are crafted with quiet precision. The toothpick, while unremarkable at first glance, has been a companion to human etiquette and oral care for centuries, a small stick of cleanliness in a big, bustling world. This humble implement quietly traverses tables and pockets, a discreet helper in moments both formal and casual. The toothpick's smooth surface and tapered point offer subtle comfort in maintaining oral tidiness, a small but steady ritual across time. In the year 1880, a subtle but transformative refinement was patented for the incandescent electric light bulb, a device that captures the slow glow of electricity transforming into light within a delicate glass envelope. While Thomas Edison is often credited with the invention, this patent focused on improvements to the filament and vacuum inside the bulb, which are essential for producing a steady, long-lasting glow. The filament, often made of carbonized bamboo or later tungsten, gently heats as electric current passes through it, emitting a soft, warm light that slowly pushes back the shadows of night. The vacuum inside the bulb prevents the filament from burning out quickly, allowing this quiet dance of heat and light to continue for hours on end. Imagine the slow illumination spreading like a gentle dawn through a darkened room, casting soft edges and comforting warmth. This invention quietly transformed human environments, extending waking hours without smoke or flame, replacing the flickering uncertainty of candles and gas lamps with a patient, dependable glow. No one asked for this. And yet, here it shines, a slow pulse of electric light turning night into a soft canvas of calm. Moving through the gradual unfolding of 1882, a patent emerged for the electric light switch, a device that offers a simple yet profound control over illumination. This switch consists of a mechanical lever or button designed to complete or interrupt the flow of electricity to a light fixture, acting as a gentle gatekeeper for light's slow arrival or retreat. The patent carefully explains the internal contacts, springs, and insulating materials that ensure reliable operation without sparks or shocks, allowing users to summon or banish light with a quiet flick or press. Imagine the slow, deliberate motion of flipping a switch, a tactile gesture that transforms the atmosphere of a room, coaxing light to bloom or fade at will. This humble invention quietly empowers control over electric light, making illumination not just possible, but gently manageable according to human needs and rhythms. No one asked for this. And yet, here it clicks softly, a mechanical whisper between darkness and light. Drifting softly to 1884, a patent for the paper clip was granted, a simple but clever design to hold sheets of paper together without piercing or damaging them. The continuous loop of bent wire, shaped into a near elliptical form, quietly clasping documents with gentle pressure. The paperclip's unending simplicity and utility have made it a staple of offices and homes alike. This fact is not exciting. Not even a little bit. And that is just perfect. Its wire, often steel, bends gently without breaking, returning to its original form with quiet resilience. Each slip of paper held as a soft embrace, a fleeting moment of order in the soft chaos of paperwork. By 1889, the mechanical refrigerator was patented, offering a slow, quiet promise of food preservation through controlled cooling. This device employs a vapor compression cycle where a refrigerant fluid gently evaporates and condenses within a sealed system of coils and compressors, absorbing heat from the interior of the refrigerated space and releasing it outside. The patent meticulously describes the arrangement of compressors, condensers, evaporators, and expansion valves, all working in a slow, continuous loop to maintain cold temperatures without ice or salt. Imagine the steady hum of the compressor, the cool, still air settling softly within the insulated walls, keeping perishables fresh and extending the quiet life of fruits, vegetables, and meats. This invention quietly transformed kitchens and food storage, allowing households to store nourishment patiently, avoiding spoilage and waste. No one asked for this. And yet, here it hums, a slow guardian of freshness in the cool shadows of domestic life. Finally, well, not really, let us rest upon 1891 and 1899, with patents for handheld pencil sharpeners and disposable razors. The pencil sharpener, a small box of blades turning slowly as the pencil rotates, quietly perfecting the point for writing or drawing. The disposable razor, patented by King Camp Gillette, introduced a system of replaceable blades that softly glided over skin, blending convenience with hygiene. These inventions, modest in their glory, are companions to slow, everyday routines. The pencil sharpener's sharpening blade shaves wood and graphite with gentle precision, creating a perfect tip for quiet contemplation or creative expression. The razor's replaceable blade system reduced the need for sharpening, softening grooming into a simpler, more consistent ritual. No one asked for this. And yet, here it is, easing daily life with its silent, slow grace. This camera uses a mechanism to advance film frames steadily, often by sprockets and gears, exposing each frame briefly to light before moving to the next, all powered by cranks or small motors. The patent details shutter speed control, film transport, and lens arrangements designed to maximize clarity while ensuring smooth frame progression. Imagine the gentle click and whirl of film rolling inside the camera's dark chamber, a slow visual record of time unfolding, capturing gestures, landscapes, and stories in muted flickers. This invention laid the foundation for cinema, inviting audiences into quiet reveries of movement and light. No one asked for this. And yet, here it rolls softly, turning frozen moments into gentle, flowing tales beneath the flickering glow of early screens. The year is 1901, and quietly tucked away within the archives of human invention is the patent for the spring-loaded clothespin. Unlike its simpler predecessors, this small wooden device, paired with a gentle steel spring, allowed for a delicate, yet firm grasp upon fabric hung to dry. Imagine the slow squeeze of two wooden arms closing softly around a damp, billowing cloth, resisting the mild tug of a whispering breeze. This simple mechanism uses the subtle power of spring tension, where a coiled piece of metal stores energy just enough to clasp the fabric, but never enough to cause harm or damage. The clothespin's wooden parts are shaped with gentle curves, fitting comfortably between fingers as it pinches the laundry to keep it from drifting away like fallen leaves in a quiet forest. The patent detail the precise dimensions and tension needed for optimal grip, a small triumph of mechanical elegance and everyday necessity. Such an invention, humble in its purpose, quietly changed the domestic routines of millions. The slow, rhythmic clacking of clothespins on a line became a subtle song of household life, each pinch a reassuring whisper of order amidst the chaos of drying laundry. This invention, so overlooked and unassuming, teaches us the power of gentle pressure and thoughtful design in the tiniest details of our lives. In the quietly ambitious year of 1903, a remarkable patent was granted for early flying machines, heralding the gentle dream of human flight taking its first tentative steps beyond earthbound bounds. The Wright brothers, Orville and Wilbur, meticulously designed a heavier-than-air craft equipped with wings shaped to create lift through the slow, steady movement of air beneath them. This patent carefully describes the framework of the biplane, two wings stacked one above the other, crafted from lightweight wood and covered in taut fabric, designed to catch the air like a slowly unfurling feather drifting on a breeze. The craft's engine, a modest internal combustion motor, drives twin propellers turning with a gentle, steady rhythm, propelling the machine forward at a cautious crawl against gravity's patient pull. Control surfaces like the rudder and elevators respond subtly to pilot input, adjusting the plane's angle and direction in a slow ballet of balance and resistance. Imagine the whisper of wind against fabric wings, the soft chug of the engine, and the delicate rise as the craft lifts from the Earth's embrace in a brief, hovering flight, 12 seconds of quiet revolution. No one asked for this. And yet, here it floats softly into history, a slow and hopeful defiance of earthbound stillness, opening the skies to human imagination and gentle exploration. Turning the page softly to 1905, a small but steadfast invention was patented, the thumbtack. This simple tool, with its tiny pointed metal pin and flathead, allows papers and lightweight materials to be fastened to soft surfaces like cork boards or wooden walls. It works on the quiet principle of pressure and penetration, the sharp point gently piercing through, while the flathead rests softly against the surface, ready to be pressed by a thumb or fingertip. The thumbtack's design is an exercise in minimalism and practicality, no moving parts, just a simple push and gentle withdrawal, yet it transforms flat walls into soft galleries of notes, reminders, and memories. The patent carefully described the dimensions and materials ideal for both safety and efficiency, often using brass or steel for durability with smooth, rounded heads to prevent injury. One might imagine the quiet pinpricks as the tack slips slowly into the cork, a delicate meeting of metal and wood that anchors thoughts and papers alike. Despite its modest stature, the thumbtack holds a quiet kingdom of ideas, reminders, and mementos, a small sentinel guarding the walls of our slow, thoughtful days. In the tranquil year of 1911, An improvement to the fountain pen was patented, a writing instrument designed to carry ink gently and steadily to paper, transforming the act of writing into a slow, fluid dance of words and thoughts. This invention refines the delicate balance between ink flow and pen tip, featuring a reservoir that holds liquid ink and a nib engineered to release it gradually as the pen glides across a page. The patent carefully outlines the internal feed system, which uses capillary action and air channels to regulate ink delivery, preventing both excessive blotting and frustrating dryness. Imagine the smooth slide of the nib, its split tip flexing just enough to respond to pressure, leaving behind a slow trail of ink that pulls softly on the fibers of paper like whispered secrets. The pen's body, often made of polished ebonite or early plastics, fits comfortably in the hand, inviting long sessions of writing at an unhurried pace. This device quietly bridged the gap between cumbersome dip pens and the modern ballpoint, offering a patient companion to poets, scholars, and letter writers alike. No one asked for this. And yet, here it rests, a slow conduit for thoughts and stories, carrying ink and ideas softly across pages waiting to be filled. The year drifts softly to 1913, bringing with it a patent for the postcard envelope, a modest invention designed to cradle postcards within a protective paper embrace. Unlike bulky envelopes made for letters, these were carefully sized and folded to hold postcards snugly, preserving the soft, often delicate surfaces from smudges, tears, and the wear of travel. The design calls for gentle folds and adhesive strips applied just so, enough to seal without overwhelming the paper inside. These envelopes became silent couriers of distant thoughts, traveling postally across towns and countries, carrying brief messages and images as fleeting and gentle as a feather's fall. The patent detailed not only the dimensions but also the choice of paper weight, often opting for thin, smooth textures that allowed for easy writing and comfortable mailing. This invention, while hardly flashy, offered a slow reassurance to those sending and receiving postcards, that their tiny tokens of affection or notice would arrive safely, wrapped in a paper hug. The postcard envelope invites us to imagine the quiet journey of a message, traveling slowly through mailbags and sorting rooms, all held tenderly in this soft paper vessel. In the gentle year of 1919, a quietly ingenious invention was patented, the mechanical pencil, designed to offer a slow and steady flow of graphite lead without the need for sharpening. This device contains a slender, refillable core of graphite held within a cylindrical barrel, accompanied by a delicate mechanism that advances the lead bit by bit as it wears down. The patent meticulously describes the clutch or ratchet systems that allow the lead to be pushed forward with a gentle click or twist, ensuring the writing tip remains consistently sharp and ready for quiet scribbles or precise lines. Imagine holding this slender instrument, feeling the soft resistance of the mechanism as you nudge the lead just a fraction forward, a small act repeated patiently over countless moments of writing, drawing, or drafting. Unlike traditional pencils that require sharpening, an interruption filled with the slow rasp of shavings and dust, the mechanical pencil offers a seamless, unhurried companionship for those who move at a calm, reflective pace. The barrel, often made of metal or early plastics, fits comfortably in the hand, inviting steady fingers to create lines, sketches, or notes in a tender, continuous flow. No one asked for this. And yet, here it lies, a slow, reliable partner for thought, a mechanical whisper of graphite on paper, advancing softly through the quiet hum of everyday life. Around 1921, a quiet solution was patented for an age-old problem: how to hold shoelaces tied without slipping loose. The shoelace holder, a device designed to grip and maintain tension on tied laces, often took the form of small clips, toggles, or clasps that nestled gently atop the knot or threaded along the lace itself. The patented descriptions are full of slow details, how each small part fits together to avoid crushing the delicate fibers of the laces, while applying just enough pressure to resist the subtle loosening caused by walking or gentle movement. The materials varied from soft plastics to light metals, chosen for their balance of durability and flexibility. This little invention allows shoes to remain snug on the foot, quietly supporting the rhythm of slow walks and daily ambles. One might imagine the soft tug of laces pulled tight, the careful snap or slide of the holder locking them in place, a small yet vital gesture of slow security. The shoelace holder exemplifies how even the simplest of devices can transform everyday experiences by adding a touch of quiet reliability. In 1923, the world received an early patent for the disposable diaper, a soft, single-use garment designed to catch and contain the small and steady streams of infants and toddlers. This invention was a slow revolution in childcare, offering a more convenient alternative to traditional cloth diapers that required frequent washing and drying. The disposable diaper's design combined absorbent materials such as cellulose fibers or early forms of fluff pulp, layered within a soft, breathable paper or fabric shell, held together with safety pins or adhesive strips. The patent documents go into painstaking detail about absorbency rates, material layering, and leak prevention, an unhurried dance of scientific experimentation meeting domestic need. Though the materials of the 1920s were rudimentary compared to today's highly engineered versions, this early diaper quietly laid the groundwork for modern convenience and hygiene. Imagine the slow unfolding of paper layers around a small child's gentle movements, a soft barrier cushioning against moisture, allowing caregivers to rest a little easier. This invention whispers of comfort and care, wrapped in quiet innovation and tender necessity. The year 1925 gifted the world with a patent for an early radio receiver, a device crafted to capture invisible waves traveling through the air and transform them into gentle sounds that drift softly into our ears. This apparatus uses a combination of tuned circuits, antennas, and delicate detectors, each component working in a quiet symphony to select and amplify radio signals from the ether. The patent meticulously describes the arrangement of coils, capacitors, and vacuum tubes that filter and strengthen these faint electromagnetic whispers. Imagine a long wire antenna stretched high, like a mossy branch reaching into the sky, quietly catching invisible waves, while inside, the radio circuits hum softly, coaxing music, voices, or news out of the unseen. This early receiver marked a slow leap in human connection, turning static and silence into shared stories and melodies. No one asked for this. And yet, here it rests, a slow translator of the invisible murmurs weaving through the air, inviting us into the gentle magic of distant sound. A gentle passage into 1927 brings us to the patent for an early automobile seat belt, a device designed to softly hold passengers safely in their seats during travel. This early seat belt was often a simple strap of fabric or leather, equipped with metal buckles that allowed for gentle adjustment and a firm yet forgiving hold. The patent elaborated on materials and mechanisms intended to resist the subtle forces of motion, sudden stops or gentle turns, while ensuring comfort over long, slow journeys. Unlike the complex harnesses that would arrive decades later, these early seat belts provided a modest level of restraint, quietly saving lives by preventing passengers from sliding or being ejected in accidents. Imagine the smooth, worn fabric as it softly cradles a traveler's body, adjusted just so to hold without constriction. This invention, patiently tested and slowly improved, was a small, unassuming guardian of safety in the early days of motoring, quietly protecting with each gentle click of a buckle. Just a few years later, in 1930, a curious patent appeared for a microwave oven, an appliance that harnesses the subtle energy of microwaves, high-frequency radio waves, to cook food from the inside out. This device contains a magnetron that generates microwaves, which bounce inside a metal enclosure, penetrating food and causing water molecules to vibrate softly, producing heat through friction. The patent outlines the design of the waveguide directing energy uniformly, and the reflective cavity ensuring the food warms evenly, avoiding harsh flames or hot spots. Imagine a quiet dance of invisible waves moving gently through your soup or reheating leftovers, a slow internal warming that replaces the conventional fire's flicker with a subtle hum. This invention transformed kitchens, offering a way to prepare meals with unhurried efficiency and a quiet buzz of modern science. No one asked for this. And yet, here it hums softly, warming our food with waves as gentle as a breeze through the trees. The year 1933 offers a patent for what would become a household favorite, the sticky note, a small piece of paper with a repositionable adhesive backing, designed to hold messages temporarily without leaving residue or damage. The invention's magic lies in a mild adhesive formula that allows notes to be stuck, peeled away, and stuck again, softly clinging without stubbornness. The patent thoroughly describes the chemical properties of the adhesive, the paper weight and texture, and the slow art of balancing tackiness with removability. Sticky notes ushered in a new era of gentle organization and fleeting reminders, letting thoughts hover briefly on surfaces before drifting away like feathers on a breeze. Imagine a soft stack of these colorful squares, quietly accumulating on desks and fridges, each a small, ephemeral whisper of a thought or task. This invention, though far from flashy, offers a tender touch of order in our bustling lives, a soft pause in the rhythm of daily thoughts. The year 1935 brought a rather curious patent, a novelty of sorts, a container designed especially for the humble pet rock. Though the rock itself is delightfully inert, this invention focused on the vessel that would cradle such a silent companion. The container, often crafted from simple materials like cardboard or thin wood, was designed with soft edges and sometimes padded interiors to gently hold the smooth, unassuming stone. The patent painstakingly detailed the dimensions and construction techniques, ensuring the rock's stillness was respected, its silent companionship preserved without rattling or harm during transport. Imagine the slow, careful placing of a smooth pebble into this custom cradle, like tucking a quiet guest into bed beneath a mossy canopy. This invention, while whimsical, captures a tender human desire to care for the simplest of friends, even those that do not move or breathe. The container becomes a vessel not only of protection but of imagination, a slow, dreamy homage to quiet companionship. No one asked for this. And yet, here it is, a gentle embrace for a silent friend, nestled softly in its paper or wooden home, waiting patiently on a shelf or desk, a small monument to stillness and the charm of the unremarkable. In 1936, the patent for plastic film introduced a thin, flexible sheet of polymer designed for packaging and protection. This material, often made from cellulose acetate or early polyethylene, provides a transparent, waterproof barrier that wraps slowly around objects, guarding them from dust, moisture, and damage. The patent carefully details the manufacturing process, including extrusion and stretching techniques that produce a uniform film with just the right thickness and tensile strength to be both delicate and durable. Imagine the film's smooth surface gliding softly over parcels or food items, shimmering faintly under light like a whisper-thin veil or a floating feather settling gently over a treasure. Plastic film quietly revolutionized storage and transport, extending the life of perishable goods and protecting countless items on their slow journeys. No one asked for this. And yet, here it lies, a thin guardian of freshness and protection, wrapping the world in quiet care. Turning now to 1938, a patent emerged for the disposable plastic spoon, an object that softly reshaped dining and convenience. These spoons, crafted from lightweight plastics such as polystyrene, were designed for single use, replacing the slow task of washing and reusing traditional cutlery. The patent text goes into meticulous detail about the spoon's shape, the gentle curve of the bowl to cradle soft foods, the smooth edges to rest softly against lips, and the handle length designed for ease and comfort. The manufacturing process, often involving injection molding, allowed for large quantities of these spoons to be produced quietly and efficiently, bringing them gently into picnics, cafeterias, and busy households. Imagine the slow molding of molten plastic flowing into a shape, cooling to form a utensil as light as a feather. While they may seem mundane, these spoons quietly revolutionized casual dining and takeout culture, embracing the transient nature of convenience. This fact is not exciting. Not even a little bit. And that is just perfect. A few years later, in 1941, the patent for Velcro was registered, introducing the hook and loop fastener, a simple yet ingenious design inspired by nature's own burrs clinging softly to fabric and fur. The inventor, George de Mestral, had noticed the tiny hooks on burrs after a slow, meandering walk in the forest, leading to a meticulous study and recreation of this fastening method using synthetic materials. The patent describes two strips of fabric, one covered with tiny hooks and the other with soft loops. When pressed together, the hooks catch the loops with a quiet yet firm grip, holding materials together gently but securely, and allowing easy separation when pulled apart. This invention, slow to gain acceptance, quietly transformed countless industries from fashion to aerospace, clothing to home goods. The delicate interplay of hooks and loops is a whisper of natural engineering, a tender mimicry of the forest's gentle tenacity. The Velcro's rhythmic zip is a soft punctuation in the quiet fabric of daily life, a mechanical lullaby of fastening and release, forever more patient than buttons or zippers. No one asked for this. And yet, here it is, gently clasping our fabrics with loving persistence. In the post-war year of 1945, a patent for the disposable paper cup emerged, a quiet revolution in hygiene and convenience. Crafted from layers of paper coated with wax or plastic to resist liquids, these cups were designed to hold hot or cold beverages, softly insulating hands while preventing leaks. The patent details the careful folding and sealing techniques that allow a cup to stand firm despite its thin walls, and the choice of coatings that offer just enough resistance without sacrificing biodegradability. The paper cup quietly replaced shared mugs and ceramic cups in many public spaces, offering a gentle promise of cleanliness and ease. Imagine the faint rustling of the paper as it is opened, a soft crinkle like autumn leaves settling slowly to the ground. This invention, unassuming as it seems, quietly changed social rituals, coffee breaks, refreshment stands, and gatherings, allowing people to sip in solitude or company without worry. This fact is not exciting. Not even a little bit. And that is just perfect. The year 1947 witnessed the patent of the semiconductor transistor, a tiny device that quietly revolutionized electronics by controlling electric current flow in circuits with subtle precision. This component, made from carefully purified silicon or germanium, acts as a switch or amplifier, using small voltage changes to regulate larger currents. The patent thoroughly describes the transistor's layered structure, emitter, base, and collector, each part delicately arranged to manage electrons' slow dance through the semiconductor material. Imagine currents flowing softly like rivers through miniature landscapes, the transistor opening and closing pathways with gentle shifts, enabling radios, computers, and countless devices to operate with unprecedented reliability and efficiency. This tiny invention marked the beginning of the modern electronics age, quietly shrinking technology from bulky tubes to delicate chips. No one asked for this. And yet, here it hums softly within every gadget, a mechanical whisper powering the slow heartbeat of our digital world. The dawn of the 1950s introduced a modest yet indispensable invention, the resealable plastic sandwich bag, patented in 1950. These flexible pouches, often made from polyethylene, featured a slow-closing zipper or press-seal mechanism along their opening edges, allowing users to gently seal in freshness and reopen with ease. The patent describes in detail the interlocking ridges or grooves that provide a soft, airtight closure, protecting contents from air and moisture. Such bags softly transformed food storage and transport, slipping quietly into lunchboxes and pantries, carrying sandwiches, snacks, and leftovers with a gentle promise of preservation. Imagine the slow press of fingers along the seal, a subtle friction that locks the bag closed like a soft whisper of protection. This invention, though lacking flash, has been a steadfast companion in kitchens worldwide, offering convenience wrapped in plastic's soft embrace. No one asked for this. And yet, here it is, quietly guarding sandwiches in the stillness of lunch breaks and leisurely picnics. By 1951, the patent for color television systems brought an added dimension to the slow unfolding of images on screens, introducing technology that translates electronic signals into vibrant hues alongside shapes and movement. This system employs a combination of cathode ray tubes, color filters, and synchronized signal encoding to recreate the subtle variations of color in visual broadcasts. The patent details the separation of signals into red, green, and blue components, which then combine on the screen to produce a slow, painterly spectrum of colors. Imagine the gentle glow of a television set casting softly colored light into a dim room, images emerging like slowly blooming flowers on the screen's surface, each shade carefully blended by electrons dancing behind glass. This invention transformed storytelling and entertainment, wrapping viewers in a more vivid, immersive embrace. No one asked for this. And yet, here it glows softly, a slow prism of color bringing pictures to life in quiet, glowing wonder. In 1953, the patent for bubble wrap was registered, introducing a padded packing material consisting of two sheets of plastic bonded together with air bubbles trapped inside. These bubbles, arranged in a slow, rhythmic pattern, create a soft cushion that absorbs shocks and vibrations during shipping, protecting fragile items from the world's jostling motions. The patent meticulously explains the size and spacing of bubbles, the thickness of plastic films, and the methods for sealing air pockets. Bubble wrap's gentle texture, smooth yet slightly bumpy, invites a slow, tactile curiosity, a quiet invitation to squeeze or press without harm. While often considered merely packaging, bubble wrap's invention quietly transformed shipping safety and material handling, allowing delicate treasures to travel far and wide under a soft, invisible blanket of air. Imagine the slow release of air as a bubble gently pops beneath a fingertip, a small, satisfying sigh in an otherwise silent room. This fact is not exciting. Not even a little bit. And that is just perfect. In the mid-1950s, specifically 1956, an invention softly entered the world to bring cool refreshment in the most gentle and frosty form, a machine designed to dispense slush drinks. This device worked by slowly mixing and freezing flavored liquids into a semi-frozen, granular delight, known affectionately as slush or slush puppies. The patent carefully outlined the inner workings, a chilled rotating drum or cylinder, moving slowly but steadily, mixing the liquid as ice crystals formed and suspended themselves in a sweet, sugary bath. This slow crystallization process created a texture somewhere between ice and liquid, a soft, icy whisper against the tongue, perfect for hot summer days or quiet moments of indulgence. The dispensing mechanism itself was designed for smooth, measured pouring, allowing the slush to flow in a controlled, unhurried stream, much like a gentle mountain brook weaving through mossy stones. The invention, while seeming playful and frivolous, quietly offered respite and refreshment, making its way into small shops and carnival stands where thirsty souls could pause and savor the cooling concoction. No one asked for this. And yet, here it is, a slow companion to warm days, cooling the senses with its soft, icy embrace, and reminding us of the unhurried pleasures found in simple, cold treats. A few years later, in 1958, a patent was granted for the push pop, a clever confectionery innovation that allowed a lollipop to emerge gradually from a sliding plastic stick. This design addressed the slow unraveling of sweet enjoyment, letting one savor the treat in measured increments rather than devour it all at once. The mechanism involves a hollow cylindrical body that houses the candy, which is pushed upwards by a gentle sliding base controlled by the thumb. The patent elaborates on the tolerances and materials used, typically lightweight, food-safe plastics shaped with smooth edges to fit comfortably in a hand. The sliding action is calibrated to move steadily, offering a tactile, satisfying resistance and smooth glide that invites quiet, slow interaction. Imagine the soft friction as the candy rises, the sweet tip emerging gradually like a flower unfolding in dawn's soft light. This invention, unassuming yet ingenious, quietly changed how sweets are enjoyed, adding a layer of interaction and patience to the simple pleasure of licking a lollipop. No one asked for this. And yet, here it rests, a small toy of sweetness and slow satisfaction in the palm of a hand. In the serene year of 1959, a quietly groundbreaking patent was granted for laser technology, a device that produces a coherent beam of light through the slow and precise stimulation of atoms. The word laser stands for light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation, which in itself is a gentle dance of photons moving together in a perfectly aligned wave, emitting light that is intense yet focused. The patent carefully details the mechanisms of energy excitation and the use of optical cavities to amplify light waves, producing a beam so pure it can cut through metal or delicately measure distant stars. Imagine a slender ray of light stretching softly through the air, precise as a whisper, invisible until it touches something to illuminate or alter with unhurried precision. This invention quietly opened doors to new fields, from medicine to telecommunications, offering a tool that moves slowly but powerfully through many realms of science and technology. No one asked for this. And yet, here it pulses gently, a beam of light both delicate and strong, threading softly through the fabric of our modern world. The year 1962 ushered in a patent for a toy designed not for playfulness alone but for calming restless minds, the fidget spinner. This device consists of a central bearing surrounded by multiple weighted arms, allowing it to spin smoothly and endlessly with just a gentle flick. The patent documents describe the precision engineering required to reduce friction within the central bearing, often using ball bearings and smooth materials to prolong the slow, mesmerizing rotation. The spinner's balance is delicate yet deliberate, each arm providing weight and symmetry that keeps the motion stable and soothing. This spinning, repetitive movement has been noted to offer quiet distraction and stress relief, a gentle mechanical lullaby for busy fingers and wandering thoughts. Imagine the spinner's slow rotation, like a slowly turning gear or a floating feather caught in a soft breeze, spinning steadily without rush or interruption. Though some might see it as a trivial toy, the fidget spinner quietly offers moments of calm focus in a noisy world. This fact is not exciting. Not even a little bit. And that is just perfect. Not long after, In 1965, a patent was granted for the disposable lighter, a small, handheld device designed to produce a flame with ease and be discarded when empty. This invention replaced the slower, more laborious task of lighting fires with matches or refillable lighters, introducing a convenient, pocket-sized source of fire that was lightweight and often made from molded plastic with a metal ignition mechanism. The patent carefully describes the gas reservoir, often filled with butane, and the wheel and flint mechanism which, when rotated, generates sparks to ignite the gas with a gentle, controlled burst of flame. The design focuses on safety features, such as adjustable flame heights and child-resistant mechanisms, to balance convenience with caution. The disposable lighter's slow burn and steady flame became a subtle companion to smokers, campers, and anyone needing a quick spark. Imagine the faint click and soft flicker of the flame emerging, a tiny, warm glow in a darkened room. No one asked for this. And yet, here it is, a small miracle of fire at your fingertips, quietly simplifying a fundamental human need. In 1968, a patent was issued for the computer mouse, a small, handheld device designed to translate slow, deliberate movements into signals that control a pointer on a computer screen. This device, often crafted with a rounded shell and a rolling ball underneath, was engineered to sense tiny shifts in position as it glided across a surface. The patent details the mechanical components and the circuitry that converts movement into electrical impulses, a gentle dialogue between hand and machine. Imagine the slow roll of the mouse across a desk, its quiet clicks echoing like soft taps on a wooden floor, guiding a cursor through menus and windows with patient precision. This humble tool transformed human-computer interaction, allowing users to navigate digital worlds with the ease of a gentle gesture. No one asked for this. And yet, here it rests quietly, a slow bridge between fingers and the flickering glow of screens, inviting us to explore with tender control. The early 1970s brought with them a patent for a single-use camera, an invention that quietly democratized photography by placing a slow, simple tool for capturing moments into many hands. The disposable camera was designed with a fixed focus lens, preloaded film, and a shutter mechanism that allowed users to take a limited number of photos before returning the entire device for development. The patent elaborates on the light-tight casing, the film advance mechanism, and the uncomplicated exposure controls, all engineered for reliability and ease of use. Unlike traditional cameras requiring careful loading and maintenance, this camera invited casual use, encouraging slow, thoughtful framing of scenes and moments without the fuss of equipment. Imagine the gentle click of the shutter, the software of film advancing inside, and the anticipation of memories captured on delicate strips of emulsion. This invention quietly lowered barriers to photography, allowing more people to preserve slices of life's slow, unfolding narrative. No one asked for this. And yet, here it lies, a simple box of memories waiting patiently to be developed. In 1973, the mobile phone was patented, a device designed to free communication from the tethers of wires in fixed locations. This portable telephone system combines radio transmitters, receivers, and antennas within a compact case, enabling voice signals to be sent and received over cellular networks. The patent outlines the careful allocation of frequencies and handoff procedures between cell towers, ensuring calls could continue uninterrupted as the user moved slowly through spaces. Imagine holding this device, a small box of technology, as it quietly exchanges waves with towers that dot the landscape like silent sentinels, carrying your voice softly across distances that once required cables and cords. This invention transformed personal communication, wrapping it in the gentle convenience of mobility, whispering conversations across cities and beyond. No one asked for this. And yet, here it travels softly, a slow wanderer of voices through invisible networks. In 1975, a device surfaced that aimed to simplify the control of electrical appliances with a soft, human gesture, a clap. The patent for the clapper sound control introduced a mechanism that listens for the distinct pattern of hand claps and, after careful detection and processing, toggles connected devices on or off. The technology involves microphones, sound filters, and timing circuits that distinguish clapping from ambient noise, all calibrated to respond only to deliberate patterns to avoid accidental activation. The patent goes into detail about the electrical relays and switching components that execute commands quietly and reliably. Imagine the soft resonance of hands meeting in the air, a gentle rhythm triggering unseen circuits in motors to awaken or rest. This invention gently bridged human sound and machine action, offering a quiet convenience that made life just a little easier in slow, thoughtful ways. No one asked for this. And yet, here it is, a soft clap, a quiet command, softly turning the world on or off with human touch. In 1980, a quiet revolution in note-taking was patented by 3M, the Post-it note, a small square of paper with a repositionable adhesive on the back. This invention arose from a serendipitous blend of chemistry and patience, where a weak glue that didn't quite stick permanently became the heart of a new kind of stationery. The patent details the delicate balance of adhesive formulation, designed to hold the note lightly to surfaces like paper, walls, or computer monitors, yet allow easy removal and gentle repositioning without tearing or leaving residue. Imagine a stack of these soft, pastel squares resting quietly on a desk, each waiting patiently to catch fleeting thoughts, reminders, or gentle messages. The tactile experience of peeling one off, the faint crinkle of paper, and the soft stick against a smooth surface create a slow, comforting ritual of organization and creativity. No one asked for this. And yet, here it is, quietly inviting ideas to rest gently and move softly across the rhythms of daily life, offering a whisper of order in the hum of thoughts. By 1983, a rather specialized invention appeared, a banana slicer, designed to turn the slow task of cutting bananas into a simple, uniform gesture. This kitchen tool typically consists of a handheld frame with evenly spaced blades or wires, aligned to slice a banana into thin, neat pieces with a single downward press. The patent describes the dimensions, spacing, and materials, often lightweight plastics, chosen to cradle the curved fruit delicately without crushing it. The slicer allows the user to prepare bananas for cereal, desserts, or snacks with a quiet efficiency, reducing the slow, repetitive cuts to a single, smooth motion. Imagine the soft sound of plastic meeting fruit, the gentle press of the slicer, and the neat rows of banana slices falling softly into a bowl like petals from a flower. Though utterly mundane, this invention quietly elevates the act of food preparation into a small, thoughtful ceremony of slicing and sharing. No one asked for this. And yet, here it rests, a humble kitchen companion slicing time as much as fruit. By 1984, a patent for compact disc player technology introduced a new way to listen to music, relying on a small, flat disc encoded with digital data and a laser beam that reads this data with quiet precision. The device uses a spinning mechanism that turns the disc steadily, while a laser assembly focuses a narrow beam onto microscopic pits and lands on the disc's reflective surface. The patent meticulously describes the optical pickup, tracking systems, and digital decoding circuits that translate these tiny variations into audible sound waves. Imagine the disc's slow rotation, the laser's gentle gaze reading secrets embedded in spirals of plastic, converting digital whispers into melodies and rhythms that drift softly into the listener's ears. This technology quietly replaced bulky tapes and fragile vinyl with reliable, pristine sound reproduction, becoming a patient companion for music lovers. No one asked for this. And yet, here it spins softly, a slow dance of light and sound, preserving music in crystalline clarity. A few years later, in 1985, the patent for the CD jewel case quietly entered the scene, introducing a transparent plastic container designed to cradle the delicate discs that store music, data, and memories. The jewel case consists of a slow assembly of parts, a clear, hinged lid, a base with molded trays to hold the disc securely by its center hole, and sometimes a paper insert to display artwork or track listings. The patent meticulously details the dimensions, materials, usually rigid polystyrene, and the precise fitting mechanisms to protect the fragile surface of the compact disc from scratches, dust, and light. Imagine the soft click as the case closes, sealing a tiny world of sound and information within its rigid, crystalline walls. The jewel case became a quiet guardian of media collections, stacks of them resting in shelves like rows of slow-turning gears in a vast mechanical library. This invention, though often overlooked, gently preserves sound and stories, offering a tactile connection to the slow unfolding of music and memory. No one asked for this. And yet, here it lies, a transparent cradle for the delicate discs that carry the quiet hum of recorded time. In 1988, the rotating car cup holder was patented, introducing a humble mechanical contraption that allows beverage containers to swivel gently, adapting to various angles and movements within a vehicle. The design involves a slow-turning base or mounting plate, attached to the cup holder's body, allowing it to pivot smoothly as the car shifts or turns. The patent describes the precise tolerances and materials, usually molded plastics or metals, that allow for a quiet, controlled rotation without tipping or spilling. Imagine the soft glide of a cup holder adjusting silently as a car navigates a gentle bend in the road, its cradle moving in harmony with the vehicle's rhythm, cradling cups, bottles, or cans with quiet care. This small invention, often unnoticed by drivers and passengers alike, quietly reduces spills and discomfort, making journeys just a touch smoother and calmer. No one asked for this. And yet, here it is, patiently swiveling alongside the slow, steady motion of travel. The early 1990s brought a subtle innovation for weary travelers: the inflatable neck pillow, patented in 1990 as a soft, portable cushion designed to support the head and neck during long journeys. This pillow consists of a lightweight bladder that can be slowly filled with air through a valve, allowing users to adjust firmness to their personal preference. The patent outlines the shape, typically a horseshoe curve, designed to cradle the neck gently while resting the head without strain. The inflatable nature means it can be deflated and folded flat for easy packing, whispering promises of comfort amid the slow fatigue of travel. Imagine the gradual puffing of air into the bladder, expanding like a soft cloud to envelop tired muscles, the quiet relief of gentle support as the head leans slowly sideways during a lull in the journey. This invention, small and unassuming, offers moments of rest and ease in the midst of constant motion. No one asked for this. And yet, here it floats softly beneath weary heads, a cushion of quiet comfort on the road. In 1991, the patent for the MP3 player arrived, introducing a compact device designed to store and play digital music files compressed using MPEG Audio Layer 3 technology. This compression reduces the file size by selectively removing parts of the sound that are less perceptible to the human ear, allowing large libraries of songs to be stored in small memory chips. The patent details the encoding and decoding processes, memory management, and playback circuitry that enable portable, on-demand listening. Imagine a small, pocket-sized device quietly holding thousands of songs, ready to deliver tunes like a gentle stream flowing softly from headphones into your ears. This invention transformed how people carried and consumed music, shifting from physical media to digital, untethering melodies from bulky cases. No one asked for this. And yet, here it hums softly, a slow, digital cradle of sound that travels with us through quiet moments and bustling days alike. In the quietly connected year of 1996, a patent emerged for Wi-Fi technology, a system designed to weave invisible threads of data through the air, freeing devices from the slow tangle of wires. This technology uses radio waves, specifically in the 2.4 and 5 GHz frequency bands, to create local area networks where information drifts gently between computers, routers, and gadgets. The patent carefully outlines the methods for encoding data, managing connections, and avoiding interference, all orchestrated to deliver a steady stream of packets that flow softly yet reliably through the unseen air. Imagine a delicate web of signals, like gossamer threads strung between moss-covered branches, quietly carrying emails, videos, and whispers of the internet across rooms and buildings without a single cable. This invention transformed how we access information and connect with each other, creating a slow, invisible dance of data around us. No one asked for this. And yet, here it floats quietly, a gentle stream of connectivity flowing through the air we breathe. Just a little later, in 1992, an inventive mind patented the hands-free umbrella, a device designed to be worn like a backpack, allowing the user to walk beneath its protective canopy while keeping hands free for other tasks. This slow innovation reimagines the umbrella not as a handheld shield but as a soft, wearable shelter, with supports and straps carefully calibrated to balance weight and comfort. The patent describes adjustable harnesses and frame components that hold the umbrella in place without excessive movement, gently shielding from rain or sun while allowing the wearer to carry bags, use phones, or perform chores without interruption. Imagine the soft swaying of fabric overhead, a gentle dome floating above like a feathered leaf sheltering from the drizzle. This hands-free approach quietly transforms a common accessory into a personal, mobile refuge, a slow embrace of practicality and freedom. No one asked for this. And yet, here it is, perched softly on backs, offering quiet shelter and a new way to wander through wet days. In 1994, a subtle refinement in bathroom convenience was patented, the improved toilet paper roll holder. This unassuming device, often overlooked in the quiet rhythm of daily life, was designed to cradle the ubiquitous roll of soft paper, allowing it to unwind smoothly and with minimal fuss. The patent carefully describes mechanisms to hold the roll securely between two arms or within a spindle, often including spring-loaded tensioners that softly adjust to rolls of varying widths. Some designs introduced gentle pivots or covers to keep the paper protected and prevent it from unraveling too quickly, while others focused on mounting ease, allowing the holder to be affixed securely to walls or cabinets with minimal disturbance. Imagine the slow, satisfying spin of a paper roll as a gentle tug unwinds just the right length, a quiet ritual in the small sanctuary of the bathroom. This invention, quietly perfected over years, embraces simplicity and functionality, gently supporting a mundane but essential task with grace. No one asked for this. And yet, here it rests, a silent helper holding delicate sheets ready to unfold at the softest touch. Just a little further along, in 1996, the self-stirring mug entered the scene, a curious device designed to take the slow, repetitive motion of stirring and transform it into a quiet, automated dance. The patent details a small, battery-operated mechanism embedded in the base of a mug that gently spins a paddle or impeller, mixing liquids like coffee, tea, or hot chocolate without human effort. The stirring speed is calibrated to be gentle, avoiding spills or splashes, while the quiet motor hums softly, almost like a whisper beneath the warm ceramic exterior. The mug's design often includes a sealed bottom to protect electrical components from moisture, blending practicality with the comforting familiarity of a favorite drinking vessel. Imagine the soothing swirl of cream and sugar mixing slowly, a quiet eddy forming in a pool of warmth, all without a single spoon. This invention, while hardly essential, offers a touch of convenience and a bit of mechanical charm to the slow ritual of sipping and stirring. No one asked for this. And yet, here it whirls softly, stirring a small moment of calm into the day. A leap forward to 1998 reveals the patent for the USB flash drive, a tiny but mighty device that quietly revolutionized data storage and transfer. This small, portable gadget combines a flash memory chip and a USB connector, allowing information to be stored in a silent, solid-state format and transferred between computers without the need for bulky disks or wires. The patent explains the intricate architecture of memory cells, electrical circuits, and data protocols, all packed into a compact, durable casing designed for ease of use and portability. Unlike spinning hard drives or fragile floppy disks, the USB flash drive offers a slow, steady reliability, no moving parts, just a quiet hum of electrons storing data as if in a tiny digital library. Imagine sliding this small object slowly into a computer's USB port, a soft click signaling connection, followed by the gentle transfer of files as invisible streams of information flow without disturbance. This unassuming invention quietly changed the way we carry memories, documents, and moments, shrinking vast archives into pockets and drawers. No one asked for this. And yet, here it rests, a small keeper of digital whispers in the palm of a hand. In the year 2000, the smartphone stylus was patented, a slender instrument designed to bring precision and softness to the interaction with emerging touchscreen devices. Crafted with materials such as conductive rubber or plastic tips, this stylus allows users to tap, swipe, and write on glass surfaces with gentle pressure and refined control. The patent meticulously describes the shape, size, and conductivity needed to translate finger movements into electrical signals, bridging human touch and digital response with tender accuracy. Unlike fingers, which can be broad and imprecise, the stylus acts like a soft brush or slow, delicate pen, tracing lines and tapping buttons with careful intention. Imagine the quiet slide of the stylus tip across a smooth screen, leaving faint trails of light or ink as if painting with a whisper. This tool, often overlooked in a world of finger taps, offers a slow, thoughtful interaction with technology, inviting calm and control over the fast-moving digital landscape. No one asked for this. And yet, here it glides gently, a soft conductor of human thought into the machine's glow. By 2002, a patent was granted for a pet water fountain, an automatic dispenser designed to provide a continuous flow of fresh water for animals. This invention involves a quiet pump circulating water through a reservoir and over a small spout or bowl, creating a gentle, constant stream that encourages pets to drink more frequently and stay hydrated. The patent details the slow, reliable motor mechanisms, water filtration systems, and spill prevention designs that keep the fountain clean and efficient. Imagine the soft trickle of water flowing over smooth surfaces, a tiny stream inviting a thirsty companion to pause and sip. This device offers a steady supply of hydration in a world where water bowls might otherwise stagnate or dry out slowly over the day. No one asked for this. And yet, here it bubbles softly, a quiet river of care flowing for furry friends, a gentle reminder of slow, steady comfort and attentiveness. In the reflective year of 2004, a patent was granted for social network interfaces, the digital frameworks designed to connect people through software platforms that encourage sharing, communication, and relationship building. This patent describes the carefully structured layouts and interactive elements, profiles, news feeds, messaging systems, that guide users through the slow, evolving process of social interaction online. The interface mediates between human emotions and digital actions, presenting posts, likes, and comments in a steady stream of curated content. Imagine a gentle river of faces and updates flowing across screens, where friendships bloom and fade with patient rhythm, all framed by the architecture of code and design. This invention quietly reshaped how we experience community and social bonds, blending human connection with digital persistence. No one asked for this. And yet, here it dwells softly, a slow mirror reflecting the ebb and flow of our social tides. Not long after, in 2005, the electric wine opener was patented, bringing a bit of mechanized ease to the often slow, careful task of uncorking a bottle. This battery-operated device replaces the traditional manual corkscrew with a motorized spiral that gently drills into the cork and withdraws it smoothly, without the twisting effort or strain. The patent explains the gearing, torque control, and safety features designed to handle fragile corks delicately, avoiding crumbles or spills. Imagine the software of the motor as the spiral slowly descends into the cork's woody fibers, followed by a quiet tug lifting the stopper free in a measured, controlled motion. This invention transforms a ritual often performed with patience and care into a quiet mechanical dance, allowing users to open bottles with minimal effort and maximum grace. No one asked for this. And yet, here it hums gently, uncorking moments of leisure and slow enjoyment with the softest touch. In the gentle unfolding of 2007, a quiet innovation appeared in the realm of everyday errands, the reusable shopping bag, thoughtfully designed to fold compactly for ease and carry a lifetime of groceries. This patent details a lightweight yet durable fabric construction, often nylon or polyester, woven tightly to cradle weights and shapes without faltering, paired with sturdy handles engineered for comfort during slow, mindful carrying. The folding mechanism is a careful choreography of seams and creases, allowing the bag to collapse into a neat, feather-light pouch, inviting users to tuck it softly into pockets or purses, ready to unfurl when the time comes to gather provisions. Imagine the slow, deliberate motions of folding and unfolding, the soft rustle of fabric like leaves settling on a forest floor. These bags, gentle on the environment and on shoulders weary from plastic's weight, offer a quiet, sustainable alternative that whispers care into the routine of shopping. No one asked for this. And yet, here it is, a soft companion for slow journeys to market, carrying the weight of mindful choices in its folds. The year 2007 brought forth a patent for portable electronic book readers, devices that allow for the gentle carrying of vast libraries within a slim, lightweight form. These readers employ electronic ink or LCD screens designed to mimic the slow, restful quality of paper while minimizing glare and power consumption. The patent details screen refresh mechanisms, data storage, and user interface elements that enable turning pages with a soft tap or swipe. Imagine holding this slender device, its screen glowing faintly like a soft feather in twilight, inviting quiet moments of reading without the bulk or weight of traditional books. This invention offers a patient companion for readers, a slow unfolding of stories and knowledge at one's fingertips, wherever one might wander. No one asked for this. And yet, here it rests, a gentle keeper of tales and information, softly turning pages in the hush of modern life. 2 years later, in 2009, a curious device emerged from the inventor's workshop, a machine designed to dispense toothpaste automatically, gently sparing fingers to squeeze and focusing instead on quiet precision. The patent explores a small, wall-mounted or countertop gadget with a slow mechanical piston or lever, carefully calibrated to release just the right amount of paste onto a toothbrush when triggered by a button or sensor. The internal mechanisms involve tubes and valves working in harmonious, measured cadence to avoid waste or mess, ensuring the paste flows smoothly, neither rushed nor dribbled. Imagine the soft plop of minty paste appearing on bristles, a small gift in the morning or night ritual, arriving as a silent helper that encourages hygiene with minimal fuss. This invention turns a mundane step into a slow, practiced ceremony, inviting users to focus gently on the rhythm of care. No one asked for this. And yet, here it lies, an unassuming sentinel of cleanliness, dispensing order from the slow pulse of mechanics. The year 2010 introduced a device designed for a world increasingly conscious of unseen microbes, a phone sanitizer using ultraviolet light to cleanse and purify the surfaces of our ever-present devices. This patent describes a softly enclosed chamber or cradle, where a phone can rest while invisible UVC light waves slowly work to disrupt microbial DNA, quietly neutralizing germs without heat or chemicals. The sanitizing cycle is timed carefully to be long enough for thorough cleansing, yet gentle enough to avoid harm to delicate electronics. Imagine the faint glow of UV light, a slow pulse bathing the phone in invisible waves, a silent guardian warding off unseen intruders in the quiet glow of a bedside table or office desk. This invention, marrying science and care, gently addresses the unseen worries of modern life, inviting a slow breath of cleanliness into daily routines. No one asked for this. And yet, here it hums softly, a quiet light of protection and peace for our handheld companions. In the softly dawning year of 2011, a patent was issued for touchscreen tablet computers, flat, portable devices that respond directly to the gentle touch of a finger or stylus. These tablets combine delicate layers of glass and sensors, mapping pressure and movement with slow, deliberate precision. The patent describes capacitive touchscreens, processors, and software interfaces that translate gestures into commands, allowing users to navigate applications, write, draw, or browse with tender ease. Imagine the subtle gliding of a fingertip across a smooth surface, activating icons and menus that respond like a soft whisper, a tactile conversation between human and machine. This technology invites slow, mindful interaction with digital worlds, blending portability and immediacy in a quiet, luminous package. No one asked for this. And yet, here it lies, a gentle window to countless possibilities resting softly in the palm of your hand. Moving through the slow cadence of 2012, we encounter a hands-free dog leash designed to wrap comfortably around the waist, freeing up the user's hands while keeping a gentle connection to their canine friend. The patent details adjustable straps, sturdy yet soft buckles, and a swivel mechanism that prevents tangles by allowing the leash to rotate freely, all crafted to offer safety and ease during leisurely walks or gentle jogs. The design encourages a relaxed gait, distributing the pull evenly across hips rather than arms, allowing a slow, rhythmic stride with fewer interruptions. Imagine the subtle sway of the leash and the soft tapping of paws, a duet of motion and stillness unfolding beneath dappled light filtering through leafy branches. This leash quietly transforms the walking experience into a hands-free harmony, where control and freedom coexist in gentle balance. No one asked for this. And yet, here it is, a slow tether between human and hound, moving softly through shared moments of calm companionship. In the year 2013, a patent for wearable smart devices, or smartwatches, was granted, a marriage of timekeeping and computing wrapped delicately around the wrist. These compact devices combine miniaturized sensors, displays, and wireless connections to provide notifications, health tracking, and interaction with other digital devices, all accessible with a quiet glance or gentle tap. The patent carefully details the integration of accelerometers, heart rate monitors, and touchscreens in a package designed to fit comfortably and unobtrusively on the skin. Imagine the slow pulse of information flowing softly through this device, like a small heartbeat echoing the rhythms of your own, linking body, time, and data in a continuous, gentle exchange. This invention quietly enhances daily life, wrapping digital awareness in a familiar, wearable form. No one asked for this. And yet, here it rests, a slow companion, quietly keeping time and connection close at hand. In 2014, the smart mirror emerged, blending reflection with digital whispers, a device designed to softly overlay information onto the glass where we see ourselves. The patent elaborates on transparent displays integrated behind or within the mirror surface, capable of showing time, weather, news, or calendar alerts while maintaining the quiet clarity of a standard mirror. Sensors and connectivity allow this device to adjust brightness and content, responding to slow, deliberate gestures or voice commands. Imagine gazing into a mirror framed by gentle light, seeing not just your own image but subtle streams of information flowing like quiet rivers beneath the surface. This invention invites a slow awakening to the day's facts, blending self-reflection with digital ease, all without breaking the calm ritual of morning preparation. No one asked for this. And yet, here it stands, a silent companion reflecting both body and the soft pulse of information. Then, drifting into 2016, we find a smart refrigerator magnet designed to track groceries, quietly monitoring what resides within cold, humming kitchens. The patent describes sensors embedded in the magnet capable of detecting barcodes or RFID tags on items placed on the fridge door or shelves, sending gentle reminders to phones or displays about expiring goods or needed supplies. This small device communicates softly with apps, aiding slow, thoughtful meal planning and reducing food waste with minimal intrusion. Imagine the magnet resting quietly on a cold metal surface, its silent awareness a watchful guardian of sustenance, helping households maintain calm order amidst the steady flow of perishable items. No one asked for this. And yet, here it lingers, a gentle sentinel reminding us to nurture and replenish with quiet grace. In the gentle unfolding of 2017, a patent was granted for drone delivery systems, where unmanned aerial vehicles, small, buzzing machines with spinning rotors, are designed to carry packages through the air with patient precision. These drones navigate by GPS and onboard sensors, slowly weaving through urban canyons or rural expanses, guided by programmed paths that avoid obstacles with cautious care. The patent meticulously describes flight control systems, payload suspension mechanisms, and communication links between drone and operator. Imagine a quiet flurry of propellers, a mechanical bird gliding softly overhead, delivering parcels in a calm ballet above the world's slow rhythms. This technology offers a futuristic touch to logistics, a whisper of movement blending speed with the serene freedom of flight. No one asked for this. And yet, here it hums gently, a slow courier riding invisible currents across the sky. In 2018, a subtle climate companion was patented, the portable air conditioner, designed to bring cool relief gently wherever it might be needed. Unlike larger, stationary units, this device is compact and self-contained, quietly humming as it draws warm air in, passing it through chilled coils before releasing softer, cooler breaths back into the surrounding space. The patent carefully outlines the delicate balance of compressor size, refrigerant flow, and airflow pathways to maintain efficiency while remaining light enough to be moved with ease. Imagine the soft whir of internal fans and the slow condensation of moisture collecting in a tiny reservoir, like dewdrops settling in a shaded hollow. This invention invites moments of comfort in transient spaces, small rooms, tents, or offices, offering a slow, cool embrace against summer's lingering heat. No one asked for this. And yet, here it hums quietly, a portable breeze whispering calm into warm, still air. The following year, 2019, brought the voice-controlled coffee maker, a curious blend of technology and ritual that responds to gentle-spoken commands to brew a cup of coffee without lifting a finger. The patent describes a machine equipped with microphones, voice recognition software, and programmable brewing parameters, allowing users to initiate, pause, or customize their coffee-making experience simply by saying the right words. Inside, water heats and drips through grounds at carefully timed intervals, the slow percolation releasing rich aromas that mingle softly with the morning light. Imagine the quiet exchange between human voice and machine understanding, a conversation unfolding in low hums and steams, culminating in the slow pour of dark liquid into a waiting cup. This invention transforms a solitary routine into a whispered dialogue of convenience and calm. No one asked for this. And yet, here it listens patiently, brewing moments of comfort upon command. Also in 2019, a patent for face recognition software arrived, a technology designed to identify individuals by analyzing subtle patterns and features on the human face. Using complex algorithms, cameras, and databases, the software slowly compares points of light and shadow, distances between eyes, curves of cheekbones, contours of jawlines, to create a unique facial map. The patent explains the processing steps, pattern matching, and data security measures that ensure accurate identification while respecting privacy considerations. Imagine an invisible gaze, quietly scanning and matching faces in a crowd with patient precision, unlocking doors or tagging photos without a word spoken. This invention gently intertwines human identity with digital perception, a slow, watchful presence that blends technology and recognition. No one asked for this. And yet, here it observes softly, a silent guardian of identity wrapped in algorithms and pixels. In 2020, The wireless charging pad was patented, an elegant platform that allows electronic devices to regain energy without the fuss of cords and plugs. The patent explains the technology of electromagnetic induction, where an energy coil beneath the smooth surface generates a slowly oscillating magnetic field, which then gently transfers power to a receiver coil and the device resting atop it. The process is quiet, contactless, and requires the device to be placed within a few centimeters of the pad, like setting a tiny boat gently upon a still pond, letting energy ripple silently beneath. Imagine the soft glow of indicator lights as the phone or gadget begins to draw power, a slow and steady replenishment of its internal batteries without tether or clatter. This invention eases the clutter of cables, inviting a slower, neater way to nurture our ever-present companions of light and sound. No one asked for this. And yet, here it rests, a silent pool of energy flowing beneath our fingertips. By 2021, the patent for virtual reality headsets invited us to step into immersive digital worlds through devices worn comfortably over the eyes and ears. These headsets combine high-resolution displays, motion sensors, and headphones to create slow, enveloping experiences that respond to gentle head movements and gestures. The patent details optical lenses, tracking systems, and rendering technologies that work together to transport users into three-dimensional environments where time seems to slow and boundaries dissolve. Imagine slipping on this headset, feeling the world softly shift as landscapes and scenarios unfold around you in quiet waves of light and sound, a delicate portal between reality and imagination. This technology offers a gentle escape, a slow immersion into new dimensions crafted with careful design and patient computation. No one asked for this. And yet, here it wraps around us softly, a quiet passage to other realms of sensation and thought. Also in 2021, the Smart Pet Feeder came into being, a device designed to dispense food automatically and with precise timing, ensuring our furry friends are nourished even when we are absent or distracted. The patent describes programmable compartments and motors that release measured portions of kibble or wet food into bowls at preset intervals, controlled by clocks or smartphone apps. Filters and covers maintain freshness, while sensors monitor remaining food, quietly communicating with owners to replenish supplies. Imagine the gentle clatter of kibble dropping into a dish, a soft mechanical murmur punctuating quiet household moments, assuring that care continues despite human bustle or rest. This invention, both practical and tender, bridges technology and love, extending slow attentiveness beyond physical presence. No one asked for this. And yet, here it patiently serves, a quiet provider for the silent companionship of pets. By 2022, the adjustable phone stand was patented, a small but versatile device designed to cradle phones at varying angles for ease of viewing or interaction. The patent details foldable hinges, support arms, and materials engineered for stability and smooth adjustment, allowing the user to slowly find the perfect tilt whether resting on a desk, bedside table, or kitchen counter. The stand might fold flat like a slow-closing leaf, then gently unfold into a firm yet accommodating embrace for the phone. Imagine the tactile feeling of shifting the angle, a satisfying click or smooth glide as it settles into place, inviting long, unhurried viewing of screens without tiring the hands or neck. This humble invention invites moments of calm focus, blending practicality with quiet ergonomics. No one asked for this. And yet, here it holds, a gentle prop supporting the slow scroll of digital life. In the calm year of 2022, a patent was issued for 3D printing food, a slow and fascinating process where edible materials, purees, doughs, or pastes, are carefully deposited layer by layer to create shapes and textures that delight both eye and palate. The patent outlines the specialized nozzles, heating elements, and food-safe materials that work together to build meals with precise control over composition and form. Imagine the quiet hum of the printer as it glides gently over a tray, extruding tiny threads of chocolate or dough, building up cakes or snacks in intricate patterns, a patient artisan crafting nourishment in slow motion. This technology offers a novel approach to cooking, blending creativity with automation in a softly rhythmic process. No one asked for this. And yet, here it crafts quietly, a slow chef shaping edible dreams one layer at a time. In the recent year of 2023, a compact portable UV sanitizer was patented, designed to cleanse personal items quietly and efficiently with ultraviolet light. This device, small enough to fit in a purse or pocket, uses UVC rays to neutralize bacteria and viruses on surfaces like keys, phones, or masks, operating silently within an enclosed chamber. The patent meticulously explains safety features that prevent accidental exposure, timing circuits to ensure sufficient sterilization duration, and power sources optimized for portability. Imagine placing a phone inside, closing the lid, and watching soft indicator lights glow as invisible waves sweep slowly and thoroughly over every surface. This invention invites a quiet peace of mind in a world increasingly aware of invisible threats, offering a slow, scientific breath of cleanliness at hand. No one asked for this. And yet, here it shines gently, a small lantern of hygiene in the dim corridors of daily life. Also, in the year 2023, a patent was granted for AI-assisted writing tools, software designed to aid humans in crafting text by suggesting words, correcting grammar, or even generating ideas based on context. This technology employs natural language processing, machine learning, and vast databases of text to gently guide writers through the slow, deliberate process of composition. The patent describes algorithms that predict likely next words, analyze tone and style, and adapt to individual preferences, turning writing into a collaborative dance between human creativity and artificial insight. Imagine a quiet companion sitting beside a keyboard, softly nudging thoughts into words, smoothing sentences, and opening doors to new expressions without haste or interruption. This invention invites patience and reflection, offering a slow, gentle embrace to the art of writing. No one asked for this. And yet, here it whispers softly, a digital muse humming alongside the slow rhythm of thought and language. Ah, the most recent whispers from the future's slow unfolding, though my knowledge gently settles in the quiet embrace of mid-2025, a few carefully documented patents from 2024 and 2025 drift softly into the record, like slowly turning pages in an unfinished book. These inventions carry the same tender spirit of quiet innovation, little ripples in the pond of progress. In 2024, there was a patent granted for an advanced biodegradable packaging material, designed to replace plastics with a gentle, earth-friendly film that decomposes softly over time, returning nutrients back to the soil. This material, often derived from plant starches and cellulose, combines flexibility with durability, forming a thin barrier that protects goods while quietly surrendering to nature's slow cycles. The patent details the chemical processes to enhance strength and moisture resistance, balancing preservation with decomposition. Imagine this packaging as a soft, fleeting cloak around products, nurturing the environment in its gradual disappearance, a tender farewell that leaves no trace. No one asked for this. And yet, here it rests, a quiet embrace between technology and earth, dissolving gently into mossy forest floors. In 2025, one of the more quietly ambitious patents involves adaptive sleep environment systems, a softly humming collection of sensors, climate control, and lighting designed to cradle sleepers in perfectly tuned comfort. This system monitors breathing patterns, room temperature, and ambient light, making slow, imperceptible adjustments to encourage the deepest rest possible. The patent outlines the integration of environmental feedback loops, gradual shifts in light wavelengths, and gentle airflow modulation that mimic natural rhythms. Imagine drifting into sleep beneath a canopy of softly shifting shadows and caresses of cool air, all orchestrated by a patient machine attuned to your every breath. No one asked for this. And yet, here it hums gently, a slow guardian of peaceful nights, blending technology with the timeless art of rest. These recent additions, like mossy stones hidden in a quiet glade, invite us to notice the slow dance of invention, soft ripples rather than loud waves, bringing us ever closer to a world wrapped in gentle, mindful innovation. You may not care. And that is completely fine. Let us drift, ever so slowly, toward the end of our gentle exploration. You need not remember any of these details or dates. Instead, carry a soft thought in your mind, that even the dullest facts have their own quiet beauty, their own unassuming grace. If your eyes are closed, if your thoughts are drifting, then my job here is done for today. Thank you for spending this unremarkable moment with me. You have listened to The Sleepy Sloth, where uninteresting things become the softest lullabies.